sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here, we have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the broadcast, go to Reaver.one and click on, well, actually, sugar. Shows you how much I'm paying attention this morning. Forget that little part. If you want to support the show and support SHR Media, please go to Reaver.one/shop. Brain fart. I'm laughing. I'm looking at the news, and I'm looking at Hillary scrambling for the last couple of days of campaigning, and she is just all over the map. She's not doing it. She needs others to do it. She needs to be in so many different states, number one. And this whole election, Trump has campaigned for himself. Hillary has had to rely on everybody else to campaign for her. Oh, and Jay-Z is now headlining a free concert in Cleveland. Katy Perry will be doing something. Mark Cuban's, Jesus Christ, this woman can't do shit for herself. How the fuck is she going to lead our country? If she can't campaign for herself, how can she lead this country? Someone explain that to me. Just explain it to me. Nobody can. They're swinging for the fence right now. They're drowning. Don't believe the polls, people. These polls are so full of shit, it's not funny. I want to know how these idiots, supposed expert pundits, are going to react if Trump slams dunks this election. Tell me, what are they going to do? Oh, well, I forgot to cross the T and dot the I, and I forgot to carry the 1 and the rotation of the earth, and this was just a wacky election season. No, that just proves that you don't know shit. More of us in the alt media have been calling this right. Why? Because we are not bought and paid for. Hell, a lot of us aren't even paid for. We look at logic. We see logic. And that's what we talk about. We don't have money-driven agendas. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. And then when you hear the media talk, they tell you how the emails probably have nothing to do with Hillary. They're probably all duplicates, already handed in. This is nothing. Well, there's a new report out. Here, take a listen.
Some new information. Some State Department emails were actually found. More of them were found on Anthony Weiner's laptop. And that's not really supposed to happen. Imagine if you logged onto your Gmail account and you had an email from the State Department. You would be alarmed. Why are State Department emails on an alleged pedophile's laptop?
Well, here's the thing. She apparently backed up her smartphone to that particular laptop. And what's important about this is we'd heard there could be as many as 650,000 email on that laptop. They are not duplicates of anything they have seen so far.
Underline that. That's huge news.
What that means is these are work email from Hillary Clinton when she was Secretary of State. These are the work email that they were supposed to turn over. The FBI is looking at this going, we don't know if they're important. It's just like, hey,
there are two things that stand out.
We never got these before.
Well, there are two things that stand out. It's like, why does he have these emails on his laptop?
So let's really push that point. They are not duplicate emails. These are 650,000 new emails. I'd also like to welcome Crash to the show. What's up, bro?
Good morning, Subway.
So
what's going on this morning?
I want someone to explain to me, if Hillary's so far ahead, like they say, why does she need so many people campaigning for her the next, 4 days? They have Jay-Z, Katy Perry, Mark Cuban, the Obamas, Biden. All these people got to go out and campaign for her. Trump's still out there campaigning for himself. So how is she ahead if they're panicking and going back to states that they say are slam dunks? And how is the mainstream media going to react if and when Trump slam dunks this election?
Honestly, I don't know. What I get the biggest kick out of is actually who's campaigning for her.
Yeah.
I mean, from a politician standpoint, she's got the sitting president, first lady, and vice president.
Yeah, how much is that costing the American people?
I'm sorry?
How much is that costing the American people?
Oh, like that's never fucking mattered to this administration.
Yeah, I know that.
I mean, Christ, what was it? Air Force One had to do round trips to Hawaii because Michelle and her husband couldn't get their schedules together for one flight. Come on.
$200,000.
Never had a problem.
$200,000 an hour for Air Force One to operate.
Yeah, that doesn't make a damn bit of difference to them. It never has.
No, but I'm letting people know. That's almost $250,000 an hour to fly that plane.
Now, see, here's the comical thing, and this is the thing that with that, the use of the aircraft or the use of the personnel. I mean, just how much money it fucking costs. I don't hear any Democrats in the mainstream media or even in the lower media donate shit about how much this is costing us. Yet when Republican Governor Chris Christie was working on trying to be nominated for president and was going around all these different states and went overseas to try to work on his foreign policy, how he looked at, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
There was holy hell and uproar, not just from Democrats, though. Even some Republicans were like, we're paying you to be here. Why aren't you doing your job? Why are you spending our money, our taxpayer dollars, to go running all over the place? Get your donors to pay for that crap. We should not be paying to take police to follow you around.
Why isn't Obama trying to figure out how to solve this Obamacare problem where premiums are going to jump up 113% in some states?
Because you can't stop it. There's no stopping it. It's going to happen. It's the way the system was built.
Oh, I know.
Because because it allows everybody to pull out. A lot of these insurance companies, they're finding out that, you know what? It's not fucking worth it. Whatever benefits we were promised for using this system, for providing in this system, it's not fucking worth it. So you're going to have one insurer. It's not cost effective for them, but they're going to hold it and they're going to back charge everything right to us. Government's not picking up any additional tab on it. We are. And it's not we by the taxpayer so much, but we by the person that needs the goddamn insurance. Because if you don't have insurance, you'll get penalized. The whole system is fucking corrupted bullshit.
Then they wonder why Trump has such popularity. The government created him. The government. And, okay, McCain is out with Romney, or Romney is out with McCain today, trying to campaign for the Senate. And Romney is talking about how there's no honest politicians, and that's what they're there for. That's why they're there campaigning, because of John McCain.
Said that?
Yes. He's the main.
Are you serious?
Him and McCain are one of the biggest offenders, and now they're trying to sound like Trump.
God, McCain is such a freaking. I mean, you know, like, don't get me wrong. I actually did have respect for McCain. I really did for a while there. But he did such a freaking turncoat maneuver. I was just like, all right, you know, no. I can't. All these career politicians, that's the draw for Trump. Yeah. Trump is drawing the people that are they are fed up. It's not so much Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Green Party, Tea Party, Coca-Cola Party. It doesn't freaking matter. What he's drawing is the people that are tired of the bullshit politicians and all the damn sponsorships that should be sewn on their fucking jackets, so I know who the hell I'm actually paying off. I mean, I love the analogy that you used, that all of our representatives, all of our senators, on their suit coats, they should have to have patches like NASCAR does.
Yeah, but listen, I got to give credit to the late Robin Williams, because that's where I got that idea from. He did a whole bit on that, and
who did it?
Robin Williams.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's where you got that from.
I thought I told you that's who I got it from.
Now, Robin Williams, that man was an artist.
Oh, yeah, he was a genius.
That man was just...
him and George Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin.
I mean,
George Carlin, Secretary of State. Yeah. Now that would be entertaining. I'd love to send him overseas to deal with some of these supposed allies.
Oh, yeah. But let's get... with Romney and McCain, they're talking like Trump, but they were the first ones to bash Trump. They're still bashing Trump, but now they're trying to sound like Trump. I find that hysterical.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's not really overly surprising. People, if you're paying attention, people are picking up on
what I'm laying down.
What Trump is doing that's drawing a following. So what makes sense? To try to combat that, or to try to use the exact same tactic, but bash the guy that originated the tactic? I mean, think about how many athletes do that. You know, they find, somebody has a new technique or they do something better. Well, they try to do it better than that guy and then take credit for it. It's nothing new. Same old freaking horseshit show.
All right, real quick. So the other day I was watching the NASCAR truck racing, and there was a truck with Trump-Pence sponsorship all over it. Now, it was the owner decided to put that all over. It was not Trump that paid sponsorship. He did it. The owner did it because he backs Trump. So now, this Sunday, what the hell? I forget which series it is. It used to be the Bush series. We'll be racing at Texas Motorsports on Sunday, and the number 55, driven by Reed Sorensen, will be plastered with Trump-Pence decals all over the car. I love it. And I know there was one panty waist driver in that truck race. He complained to NASCAR and wanted the sponsorship taken off the truck and NASCAR told him kind of like to go grow a set of nuts and shut up. So I'm wondering if any driver is going to complain about this. But this is just beautiful.
I think it's fabulous. Now, the irony is, I can't see a driver complaining about it for two reasons. Number one, most likely that driver has a similar point of view as the owner. Maybe not identical, but close enough on the same side to where he's not going to be overly butthurt by the sponsorship idea. Number two, the dude's making buku fucking bucks for driving that damn thing around in a goddamn circle. See, I'm sorry. If I'm making that kind of money to drive around in a circle at a high rate of speed, I really don't give a shit what's on my damn car.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about what's underneath the hood and how good my braking system is.
It was a pussy-ass liberal that his feelings got hurt that someone dared put a Trump sponsorship on a car.
No, here. You want to talk about butter? Actually, two things, real quick. Number one, you'll never see a Clinton car because that'll be the biggest goddamn wreck pileup ever. Because guys will literally aim for that damn car. I can pretty much guarantee it. Number two,
Wreck it.
you hear about the I want to say it was in Maine or Massachusetts. It was three or four women, grown women, that are being charged with theft and destruction of property. They were offended by the Trump-Pence signs that were out on lawns and out on a public strip where they had permission to be. They were offended by this. They were so infuriated that they just had to do something.
Are these ones that got arrested?
So they went around, they grabbed them all. Cops saw them, arrested them. Well, some of those signs belong to the head of the local Republican Party. He turned around and said, "Enough's enough. I'm pressing charges." He is pressing charges against them. One of them did turn around and say, "You know what? It was the heat of the heat of the moment thing. I regret what I did.
No,
whatever's going to happen is going to happen." The others, they're all fucking crying about it. And liberals are up in the horse. "Oh, this is ridiculous." No, it's not. It's called theft, and it's called destruction of private property. Those are crimes. You cannot just pick and choose what you will follow because it suits or does not suit you. This whole one rule for us, one rule for everybody else bullshit has been their mantra for so goddamn long. They don't know what to do when all of a sudden, there actually is only one set of rules, asshole.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I think it's funny as hell.
Where is it? Now, here's the other thing I find funny. Okay, they got Jay-Z going to perform for Hillary Clinton. Weren't they complaining about how Trump treats women? So they have a known drug dealer and murderer and pimp going out to campaign for Hillary Clinton, and some of his lyrics talk about women being bitches and cops being motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta love but he's got everybody knows his name. Everybody's gonna listen to him. Nobody gives a shit. They've already proved it. Once you hit a certain point of fame, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. You can pretty much do whatever the fuck it is you want. You can say whatever the hell it is you want. Nobody's going to touch you. It's bullshit. Honestly, I got to
It's me and my neighbor were actually talking about this last night, and specifically Jay-Z. And I turned around and I pointed out that I would bitch, and it's not because of the music. I would bitch if Vince Neil was out there campaigning when the guy got away with murder. Now, I love his music. I love Vince Neil's voice. But the man got away with murder, and he should not be out there, promoting any types of values.
He shouldn't be putting himself up as a role model.
And Jay-Z should not be out there. And Democrats, it's the typical do as we say, not as we do type.
Here's one for you. I was sitting in the I know, I got some looks for this. I was sitting in the waiting room at the doctor's office yesterday, and I don't know, I think Jeopardy was on the TV or whatever.
How is your syphilis doing, by the way?
It's coming back down. They're going to adjust the meds. We should be okay. I don't think I'm going to have to,
But the gonorrhea flared it up. Is that what you were telling me?
Yeah, probably. It was either that or the fucking warts. I really don't know.
Herpes
It could have
syphilitis.
been either or. You're an ass, man. You really are, motherfucker. You know? Anyway. But, they had they had all the campaign commercials. So, Trump's bashing Clinton, and then Clinton's one's coming on. And the one that really got my attention was, it was the one with the kid. And you got all the sound bites. Grab her by her beep. It doesn't matter what you do. Just walk right in the dressing room. And it's got pictures of these little kids staring blindly at the TV screen with that, blank stare on their face, and they're looking at the TV screen. And the whole thing is about, is this the type of role model you want for your kid? Is this the type of person you want leading the country for your children?
Why are you playing it?
There was only two things I could think of. Number one, how is he any worse of a role model than that corrupt woman who has stolen, lied, killed, been corrupt for 30 years in D.C., hasn't done a goddamn thing for the country? How is he any worse than her, number one? Number two, I think you really just drove home the point that kids have become mindless drones when it comes to the TV. See,
how about the fact that they're repeating it?
I'm not worried about that with my kids because my kids aren't glued to a goddamn television like that.
How about the fact that they're broadcasting this over and over again and replaying what he said?
But it suits their narrative. If it suits their narrative,
they're just as guilty now for, plastering. I understand that they want to expose something, but they're talking about, we can't have our kids listening to it. Hey, kid, I want you to come over here and stare at this TV while I play this message over and over and over and over again.
Now, if you want to make the statement publicly that due to his blah, 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 which a lot of the politicians have done, but they're not reading verbatim what it is. If you want to know what was said, Christ, that whole thing with the locker room talk, I didn't even know what the hell they were referencing for almost a week. And then when I finally found out what it was, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, you freaking kidding me? There's this much crap over this recording that's over a decade old. Are you fucking serious? This is digging at the bottom of the barrel.
You want to call it locker room talk? Like one person said, you get two guys talking in private, and one starts to get the laughs. Of course he's going to keep going, and he's going to exaggerate to get more laughs. It's what fucking guys do, and I've been around women long enough in my life to know that they are just as bad, if not fucking worse.
They can be worse. They can be worse. I'm sorry. You want to make locker room talk look like something from a church scene? Go to a strip club some night.
Oh, please, go to an ER.
A few strippers and a few beers.
Work in an ER and be around those ER nurses.
Now, not just any ER, though. You got to go something that's either inner city or close to it, preferably a trauma center.
The hospital I work down here in Tampa.
Because they are the most twisted motherfuckers.
Yes, I had 3 nurses, and they're ranging between, one was in her early 20s, one was in the about 30s, 40s, and one was in the 60s getting retired, and they're all talking how they like to take it up the ass and what they do to prepare for it. And I'm standing there doing my report, looking at them going, what? Please, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'll bet one of them turned over and said, well, bend over, big boy. We'll show you how it's done.
No, they turned around and said, me being a smartass, said, and if I spoke that way, you'd be down HR complaining. They said, this is a fucking ER. Get over it, honey. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm out of here. But I honestly, and you know me, it's hard to make me blush, and I was sitting there blushing. I was getting embarrassed by what they were saying because they were being in-depth describing everything that goes on.
Colon. I'm pounding on your colon. Your colon is so swollen. Behind. Push it and pull it out. Sorry. I regress.
But, women do it too, and I'm tired of this, They get on this high horse about Trump and what he said, but then they have Miley Cyrus going door to door in a dorm room.
Because that's a goddamn role model. Are you kidding me?
As she has giant blow-up dildos. The Democrats staged a dildo in Texas where everybody walked around with dildos strapped to their book bag. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go to a break. So
right.
All right, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense, and we'll be right back after this message.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, at Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date at everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show and support SHR Media, just simply go to Reaver.1 and click on the shop button. Me and Crash, besides him making a lot of noise, we're talking about, he said, well, in 5 days we can stop this coverage. No, because no matter who wins, there is going to be bitching and complaining. Hillary's going to cry about the FBI, got involved and messed her election up. And the best meme, and I've said it time and time again, I am not someone that likes to use memes because anybody can create one. They're not fact-based. Too many people take memes to be the end-all, be-all. But I saw one that said, so you don't want the FBI involved in your election? Then don't nominate someone under investigation by the FBI.
Yeah, that's true. Now, let me clarify. It wasn't that the coverage is going to stop. It's that the election bullshit's going to stop. I mean, this part of it. We'll switch on to at least something fresh. Yeah, there's going to be bitching and complaining on both sides. I mean, if Hillary wins, yeah, the Trump camp's going to be, okay, well, the voter fraud issue, this, that, and the other thing. If Clinton wins, if Trump wins, then it's going to be, well, the FBI cost me the election, and I want to recount. There's no way this is accurate. This was all due to... There's going to be bitching on both sides. We all know that is going to happen. The only thing that actually scares me about seeing in the news is going to be people's reactions and hopefully people keep their aggravation intact, and we don't have a whole bunch of crap like what we've been seeing in some of these cities and towns and states when people don't get their way.
Yeah,
that's actually the only
Hillary Clinton was even talking about how there's going to be civil war if Trump's elected. Now, if it was vice versa with that comment, and we've seen where Trump's made, he's brushed. He was in the same universe as a comment like that, and the media and everybody went nuts that he's calling for all the violence.
Yeah.
But Hillary calls outright.
Violence.
Yeah, she comes right out and doesn't just come in the universe. She stops on the planet, camps out, and says there's going to be civil war by us.
Yep.
And nobody...
But that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's... the irony is, here's the funny thing, is one of those commercials that I saw was, do you really want to see somebody who has insulted half of the U.S. population, which this is what I got comical, is the fact that in her, it's endorsed by Clinton, in her piece, she actually admits that essentially half the population doesn't like her, which I thought, well, that was not best phrasing on your part, sweetheart. But do you really want to vote for somebody that's insulted and degraded and demeaned half the population? And I couldn't help but think about, okay, so you literally just cut the country in half. You're saying that he insulted that entire half. We shouldn't elect somebody like that. Yet you've stated that anybody that supports Trump should essentially be labeled as a terrorist. We're all nut jobs. We're psychopaths.
Deplorable.
We're deplorable. So wait a second. You just pretty much admitted that you also insulted half the population. So let's cancel those two out. What else you got? Nothing? Silence? Yeah. I couldn't help it. It's just, I got to laugh. If I wasn't laughing at half this stuff, I'd probably go insane.
I agree. It's a lot of this is really scary. And it's... All right, Ivanka got asked about her dad in his comments. Oh, here we go. Debbie... Oh, never mind. Ignore all this. It's... The Democrats crying about Russia hacking. Russia!
Oh, yeah, that's going to be... It won't be the FBI cost the election. It'll be foreign interference, and we need to go to war.
Yeah, that has a lot of people scared within itself. that the Democrats are now the party that it's not the fact that they're just trying to start wars, is they don't know how to fight wars, number one. Number two, they don't fight wars to win. It seems they thought, oh, well, we can get these people on our side by just going to war. Those war hawks will come on our side. And oh, my God, it's scary because they are trying to. Hillary Clinton gave the reset button to Russia, and God, did she reset Russia all the way back to the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking scary.
No, it definitely is. It's extremely disturbing. You figure all that progress that was made has been wiped out.
But it's. Oh, I wanted to talk about.
Here, I'm going to jump off.
All right.
But I'll call back in shortly.
All right. He had to go deal with his full-time job. One of the two full-time jobs he has. He had to go deal with something, and he'll be back after that. I'm trying to find. Ivanka Trump was asked by Megyn Kelly, and I love how they always ask Ivanka about her father, but nobody asked Chelsea about her rapist, sexual predator father. Nobody asked about him and his demeaning ways. But they ask, and I'm trying to find it. Hang on, let me see what this is. Why isn't that working? That's weird. That's weird. But anyway, she goes on to say that, you know what? My father treats both sexes equal. He attacks men when they get in an argument. And if a woman starts an argument, he goes at her just the same. Now, women want equal treatment, but they want special treatment in an argument. You can't follow the rules with the Democrats because they change the argument nonstop. When it comes to the feminist movement, they want special treatment, but they want to be treated equal. If you treat them differently, you get in trouble. If you treat them the same, you get in trouble. Please, and please tell me I'm not the only one that notices this. It's and right now the Democrats, it's sickening. They're talking about women's movement and all that and protecting women, but then they have these people, these rappers, that are degrading women nonstop. They're trying to. They tried to connect the burning of a Baptist church to Trump supporters. And it was stupid of them to do it right after a goddamn video comes out of them doing things like this, committing violence, and then getting it blamed on Trump. So what happens is a non-Trump supporter starts a GoFundMe, cries to GoFundMe, and gets a pro-Trump supporters GoFundMe shut down. Don't understand why both couldn't do their work. So people start donating to it because they decide who cares who started it. And pro-Trump supporters have donated over $160,000 to rebuild the church. It's... And the man is surprised. And his comments are vile. I'm looking at some of his tweets. I look forward to seeing the GOP-led GoFundMe account for helping to repair this church firebombed by Trump supporters. Sick fucking bastard. Blair Reeves. What the actual fuck? That's how he started the GoFundMe. Holy shit, y'all. When he looked at his goal was $10,000 and he raised at that point over $100,000. How about we put the partisans to the side, partisan politics, and just help this church rebuild. How about that? Oh, and it's now over $200,000. And I'm proud everybody is jumping in and just donating. And that's even after he put up to donate directly to the church. And I'm just seeing it. It's pro-Trump, pro-Trump. And I know that's pissing that asshole off that started it. It's sick what I'm seeing out there and how people are taking this too. So, let's see something. Now, I know my cousin was in New York on business, and he has DirecTV, and he said how DirecTV blacked out, I should say, Fox News while he was in New York. And now it's being sent around Twitterverse that DirecTV for the last several days has been blacking out Fox News in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Ohio, Utah, and New York. What are they afraid of? What are they afraid of? This is collusion amongst on a large scale. That's how much help this woman needs. And this is how bad our politics have gotten. And we need a president that's willing that is willing to correct these issues. Because the politicians never will, because they always want it in the background for them to use. I'm just... It's scary. They have to... So much collusion. It's scary. Scary is an understatement. And what's funny is no one's even talking about Benghazi. That's the scary part. It's... All right, let's... I'm going to get actually to some of these articles. Check one last thing. Oh, and it has been announced they have credible threats that that actually Al-Qaeda is planning an attack between now and Tuesday. And just watch your backs. Just watch your backs, people. That's I think it was Homeland Security put out and FBI put out. Steve Harvey, it's a joke. Steve Harvey has been hired to give the presidential results. Sorry about this. The president for the Media Research Center, President Brent Bozell, sent out a tweet. And he said his full statement on the network blacking out of the likely Clinton Foundation indictment. The network's blackout of the news that two FBI sources said there will likely be indictments related to the Clinton Foundation is beyond the pale. If there was a report about likely indictments related to Trump Foundation, there would be an immediate flash mob of reporters camped in front of Trump Tower, breaking away from regularly scheduled programming and offering play-by-play commentary. No one in the so-called news media can deny this without lying through his or her teeth. The stench of corruption between the Justice Department, the State Department, and the Clinton Foundation machine Now the leftist news media is overpowering. This is a media cover-up. We will report developments on this continuing cover-up every hour from here on out. We want America to know the role the news media are playing in what appears now to be a criminal conspiracy. You have multiple investigations. You have IRS investigating the Clinton Foundation. There is so much. It's speechless. It's what it is. I know there's probably better people that could come up with a bunch of ragtag bullshit to tell you, but that's my show. It's just. And it's funny because now the Democrats want Trump. It's not right. He shouldn't defend himself. He should keep his mouth shut when attacked. Go fuck yourself, pussy. Pick yourself up by the pussy and just run yourself into a wall repeatedly. That is such full of shit. Trump shouldn't defend himself. The double standard is just, It is just. Two former aides of Christie have been found guilty in the Bridgegate traffic scandal. One count, conspiracy to obtain fraud. Count 2, obtaining by fraud. Now, the original investigation said that, count 3, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, that Christie didn't know anything. Now they're trying to spin it and say, no, he was involved in it. He knew everything. Sounds like some rats on a sinking ship, but we'll see. These aides come up with these ideas, whether we get brought up by the politicians, and these people should say, no, I'm not going to do this. No. But they allow it, and they get yes people that kiss ass of politicians and let them get away with it. Yeah, that is funny. So, there's people saying that just as certain information is really boiling up about this Anthony Weiner and a pedophile ring scandal, then Reuters and all the major news agencies start talking about a possible terrorist attack. All right, it's time for a commercial. We'll be right back after this brief message. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, HPPundit.com, YouTube, Speaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cough for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show and support SHR Media, go to Reaver.one and click on the shop button. Looking through, there's sources saying that NYPD is on the verge of issuing warrants, but the DOJ is pushing back, trying to prevent it. Just funny how the DOJ is blocking justice. Department of Justice is blocking justice from happening. It's unbelievable. But it's scary that the New York NYPD wants to issue warrants, which they have to have some pretty good evidence to be issuing those warrants. And to have an agency like the Department of Justice blocking. We're now finding out Hillary went to the sex island with convicted pedophiles at least 6 times. We have an article on shrmedia.com as we speak now from Sackhead Sean. We don't know how email number, Podesta email 3774, where Hillary, you could tell she copy and pasted a security briefing about Saudi Arabia was providing clandestine financial and logistics support to ISIS. Also, any ideas who fighters attacked Islamic positions in Tripoli, Libya? Worth analyzing for further purposes. It is unbelievable. The Democrat Party put forth and the damage they're doing to their own party by doing this. She wins. It's unbelievable damage that we've done to the country. It's absolutely I can't believe what I am seeing in my country right now. I am absolutely mortified at what is to come. If this woman gets into office, we are in goddamn trouble. Yeah, I'm mortified. I'm embarrassed. For my country. There's not much I can say or do that can make it any better. I don't like telling people who to vote for, how to vote for. I think Hillary Clinton is going to be the downfall of our country. I think it's going to be the death knell. We are financially screwed because all right. I'm going to get it's just this is ridiculous that we have someone of Hillary Clinton's caliber. They complain that the FBI's getting involved in an election. Well, don't nominate someone underneath the FBI investigation. Plain, simple, easy. It's extremely scary. It's you have Podesta with this sick dinner party he held. Just look up spirit cooking. It's scary. All right, I'm going to get on to something else. I got to get on to something else because this is just mind-boggling, numbing, stupid. Sources are now saying there's a 99.999% chance that up to 5 foreign intelligence agencies may have accessed and taken emails from Hillary Clinton's private server. 2 separate sources have confirmed. She exposed information to our enemies. All right, think of it this way. And let's try to think with some logic. All right? We've had the NSA, FBI, CIA hacked. Some pretty damn good security on those systems, and they've been hacked. Hillary Clinton ran a private email server out of the bathroom of one of her houses or whatever. And you don't think that unsecured email server couldn't be hacked? With what's going on, she has exposed top secret documents to people without security clearance. She has purposely exposed our top secret documents to our enemies. And I'm sorry, it's done on purpose. When you purposely create an email server to subvert the transparency laws, well, you're purposely exposing our secrets. I'm dumbfounded. And then what really scares me even more is there's people still voting for her. I cannot believe that. There are still people blindly voting for her. My friend asked me why I carry a gun in the house. I said, Decepticons. He laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. Good times. It's... I never thought I'd see the day that we have a candidate that is exposing top secret documents, and everybody, she made a mistake. Really? She made a mistake by exposing top secret documents. That's like saying she made a mistake, or John Wayne Gacy made a mistake on he killed someone. It's just a mistake. Just a mistake. Hey, there's a monkey loose in Clearwater. She exposed top secret documents and spoke how the scientist was working undercover with the United States to expose Iranian secrets. That man has since been executed by Iran. He may have been under suspicion, but Hillary Clinton sure gave him enough evidence to convict the man and put him to death. This woman just lies nonstop. I can't believe. Hang on. It's... Yeah, if Hillary wins the election, can we change the name of Air Force One to Con Air? You have, I couldn't believe this one, Pelosi. There's already talks that if Hillary Clinton is to get elected, that probably impeachment would be started right away. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi denounced Republican chatter about impeaching Hillary Clinton as a brazen attempt to defy the results of a presidential election. In addition to there being no grounds for impeachment to begin with, moving to impeach President Hillary Clinton for alleged activities from before the election would be a brazen attempt to nullify the vote of the American people outside our constitutional framework. Outside our constitutional framework. Yeah. Exposing top secret documents is not outside. Holy for holies. The pictures coming out from the Hillary camp, too, is scary as hell. The temper tantrums of Hillary. It's I've played the clips of Hillary's rallies lately with her coming unhinged and just screaming at people. Come on. It's unbelievable. And I don't know what more to really say. It's just, this is our country. And it's not Trump that I'm worried about. Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party is what I'm worried about. Every time I think that they can't get any worse, they get worse. It's Susan Sarandon, D.C. completely corrupt. I mean, I don't know if she realizes that she's helping Trump. She's ultimately endorsed Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein. And that's fine. I've never told anybody they have to support a candidate. And we have issues now in Britain. 5 unelected judges are trying to block the government from triggering Article 50. It's funny, the Vote Leave campaign said that it was reasonable what the judges said and told BritX supporters to stop whining. This is coming from the people that lost the vote who have been whining non-fucking stop. I've heard it here in Florida, the whining from the people that wanted to stay in the EU. I've heard you're whining all the way over here. Whatever this movement across the globe is, it's not going down without some teeth. They're trying. And when it comes to who somebody roots for in sports, I really don't care. But I'm going to talk about this briefly because I find it funny. Hillary Clinton was photographed celebrating and watching Game 7 of the Chicago Cubs World Series win. I was a little anxious during my speech because the Cubs were playing in the World Series, she said. I have been a fan all my life, started watching baseball when my dad went to Wrigley Field. So they had pictures of her because she's just like one of us. She's just like one of us. Yeah. Now, the problem is, she said that she has been a lifelong fan of the Cubs. But in 1998, in an interview with Katie Couric, the fact is I've always been a Yankees fan. As a young girl, I became very interested and enamored with the Yankees. This woman can't even tell the fucking truth about who she supports in baseball. The woman has to lie. And that's bad. That is bad. Miley Cyrus went to a college to go door to door for Hillary Clinton. The problem is it was all a setup. It wasn't real. It was set up. It was a photo op created for Hillary Clinton to make her look more popular than she is. And the campaign colluded with a public university to pull this off. And there's emails linking all this. There was parents contacting, said they didn't feel safe, and the school saying, don't worry, this is all a setup. It's all staged. A university, a public university which receives taxpayer money for funding, may have been involved in colluding with the Virginia Democrat coordinated campaign. All the students were picked out in advance for the door knocking. This woman, Hillary Clinton, needs so much help in her campaign. Everything is choreographed, scripted. I can't believe it. One of the parents of the George Mason student, whose name was redacted in accordance with the public records request protocol, demanded to know why the Cyrus event was allowed to occur in an email letter sent to Dr. Hardy. When Hardy replied that the event was strictly controlled and the students pre-selected, the parent replied that he found it upsetting that his daughter was used as part of a publicity stunt with university's backing. And another event was set up in the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, with Katy Perry pulling the same stunt. It's amazing how scripted that woman has to be. We're right back after this commercial break. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube, Spreaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cough for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on SHRmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless, but when we're talking about the Clintons, nothing makes sense. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show, go to Reaver.one and hit the shop button. I want to welcome back Crash to the show. What's up, fat boy? Did you see
my
that?
Respiratory rate. I was walking.
You had to take more than 5 steps.
What's that?
Nothing. Did you see that Steven Seagal has now been made a Russian citizen?
He's been made a what?
Steven Seagal has been granted Russian citizenship by President Vladimir Putin.
Really? So he expatriated from the U.S.? Or he's
dual citizenship?
Or did he somehow get he got dual citizenship. Now, see, I thought dual citizenship was only granted for somebody that had parents that were naturally born or citizens of 2 different countries. I thought that was the only way you got the dual citizenship. That's what I thought, but I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it. In any case, all right.
I don't even understand why he did that.
I don't know. Seagal has always kind of done his own thing his own way. He's always been that way. Whether, with the movies, with his political viewpoints, with his martial arts, with his chair. I don't know. But, regardless, the guy really hasn't done anything that's really actually chapped my ass. So, he wants to have dual citizenship with Russia? Hey, okay. Whatever.
Now, here's the scary thing, and I was talking to
I'm not worried about him being Russia's secret weapon against us. We saw Chuck Norris. You can't beat Chuck Norris.
God.
Anyway.
All right, let's actually get on topic. Not that I've been on topic at all today. Me and you, we have discussed this. Myself and Sackhead Sean have discussed this. Again, this is not because right now I am a Republican. I honestly believe that there should be RICO charges against Hillary, Bill, Lynch, Comey, Abedin. There's a whole list.
Don't leave out what's his nuts.
Biden, Obama.
No. Damn it.
Wiener.
Holder.
Wiener Holder.
Holder Wiener.
Hold her.
Yeah, don't leave him
wait a
out of
minute.
it.
Hold her wiener.
Now, are we talking about the Clintons or the Obama administration? All right, I'm standing for black helicopters now.
You can, you got Hillary and her campaign, Bill Clinton, the Clinton Foundation, Loretta Lynch. The list goes on and on and on. Anthony Weiner, a.k.a. Carlos Danger. When the whole thing with Weiner came out, it was actually kind of funny at first. It's not funny because he was sexting with other women and having affairs and going, I think it was on dating sites underneath the name Carlos Danger. That's between the husband and wife, more or less.
Danger.
But now, they knew his liking to younger women, and they helped hide it, and that's the scary part. They helped hide it. And the illegal activity, I mean, now there's reports that Hillary Clinton went to the sex island with convicted pedophile 6 times. This is getting worse and worse. Her campaign manager, or whatever the hell Podesta is, was holding these parties with, it was announced there'd be a lot of blood, semen, and breast milk.
Huh?
Yeah, I haven't got fully into it, but there's like women laying in pools of blood, and the guy's a sick fuck.
Okay.
That whole campaign over there, if the media did their job, do you know how popular the media would be right now? If they expose what is going on in the Democrat Party.
If they actually did investigative journalism again?
Yeah, they would be so goddamn busy, and their popularity would be through the roof. MSNBC, Fox, and CNN would be fighting for ratings because there's so much to go over without exaggerating that it would be overwhelming all 3 networks. They would be fighting for ratings.
Did you hear about, you know how Snoops has always been, that real popular to debunk and everything?
Yeah.
And everybody's been massive on all the stuff with, everybody said Obama did this or Clinton did this. No, Snoops says they didn't. It's unconfirmed. It's proven not true. One of the head people that does those investigations, quote unquote, has been found to be an extreme liberal and Clinton supporter.
Yeah.
And that's come out. So essentially, everybody, the whole...
The debunkers have been debunked for a while. I never... If someone posts Snoops, I just start laughing at them.
No, I'll go to it just to see what it is they pulled up. Just because even if I know it's going to be bullshit, I mean, Wikipedia. Well, that's an encyclopedia that's edited by the population.
Yeah.
So... you could have a 10-year-old writing stuff, and you could also have somebody with dual doctorates writing stuff. You're not really going to know what you get. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't give you something to jump off to someplace else that is going to be legitimate. I'll research every fucking angle I can, and then come to a conclusion.
Exactly. I go to liberal, I go to conservatives, I go to all different sites. Yeah, it's...
The only way.
But if these... Oh, and for New Jersey... the Chris Christie, the workers, the disgraced workers that were on trial for Bridgegate were found guilty today.
Oh, no, that I didn't know.
Yeah, it just came out.
That one overly much. I haven't been massively following that just because the whole thing is such a freaking scandal in itself, and there's too many other scandals going on.
Okay, you got DirecTV blacking out Fox News in several states. And it's
really?
You know what? It's not just, I'm reading it on Twitter and Facebook. I know people. My cousin does a lot of traveling. So he has the DirecTV with him. And he got blacked out from Fox the other day.
I'll tell you what, if I was a subscriber to DirecTV, you're blocking my service to things that I'm paying to watch, I'd be having a holy fucking cow against you. That's bullshit.
Well, what a couple of people are saying is there's like immediate, they know there's going to be arrests done immediately between the Clinton Foundation, the Anthony Weiner scandal, that they want to try to black it out as much as they can. But I went over the states before, but I want to go through them again. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Ohio, Utah, and New York have all had blackouts of Fox News on DirecTV. And I know,
that's a shame.
And I know from a very good source, like I said, my cousin, and he does. Are you playing 52 pickup?
No. Why?
Right. I could just hear like this tap, 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 tap.
I'm tearing out coupons.
Ah.
Coupons.
Well, my cousin also
that I
is a businessman, and he does Fox Business News for, the stock market and all that. So they're messing with his business side, and that's pissing him off, and I don't blame him. And I'm not talking, minor little deals. He's dealing with $1 million deals.
Like I said, I mean, if I'm paying for something, and because of the broadcast companies, and I know what they're going to turn around and say, well, it's our prerogative. We can make changes at any time, blah, blah, blah. Well, I can understand that from a business standpoint, but when you're doing it for a political agenda, that's a problem. The FCC should be freaking going after them for that.
Yeah.
Because that's censorship. How is that not censorship?
I don't know.
Exactly. There's no way to say that it is because, there's no way to say that it's not because it is. It's bullshit.
And that's why I'm saying it should be, we need to be looking at RICO Act. Maybe not even a RICO Act, but just a major investigation because this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't even explain how the depth of
ridiculousness this is?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Full-heartedly, I agree with you.
Checking something out, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm actually getting ready. I got to run into a store real quick, so I'm going to probably have to jump off. And you'll end the show before I'll get back on. So.
Well, just try to stick out just for a couple more minutes.
All right, what's up?
No, what are your views on the possibility of let's take out the Clinton name and look at just the accusations that are going around and the facts that have been put out that if this was a business, not politics, what do you think that RICO charges would be levied against?
We'd be looking at this would be all over mainstream media with investigations and everything else, just the same as Enron insider trading. And what the heck was that? Not Betty Crocker. Shoot. The one that did all the home stuff.
Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart.
Mm-hmm. We'd be looking at something on the scale of those types of investigations where they're going after everybody from the top down. They're getting justice for the little guy that got screwed over. Yeah, and the thing is, some of these are corporations. The Clinton Foundation, that's a company. But because of who owns it, they're not touching it. They're staying away from it, and they're not going anywhere near it. Yet, if it was owned by anybody else, they would be.
Yeah, and that's
from the top down.
That's what I'm saying. If we take out the Hillary Clinton name the Clinton name in the Democrat Party, we would be looking at a huge RICO, and they would be bragging about it.
Yep, easily. Easily. All right. Well, let me get in here, but I'll give you a call this afternoon just to BS. All right.
All right, brother.
Have a good one, America.
Peace.
Bye.
It's. I know I keep harping on this, but it's. If this was any other. Damn it. Tried typing something, and then just the word "and," I misspelled it 4 times. I don't know how. My typing. It's, oh man. Like, it's literally got me dumbfounded on the depth of what's going on. I just... and it's... The amount of people that are getting involved in it even further. And they think that... I mean, we have continued to complain about the corruption in our government. And those people that we're complaining about are the ones doubling down and trying to push everything we're complaining about, they stand for. And they're trying to justify it. And they're trying to convince these people absolutely amazing. Amazing. I just... What more can I say? Just watching some people being dumbasses. And some of them are Trump supporters, too. I'm not. I just... The depravity of what has become the Democrat Party is... They are so mixed up, they don't even know what they stand for anymore. I mean, it just... Said it before, and I'm going to say it again. He says mean things. Big fucking deal. So do I. So do most people. Hillary is doing evil, horrible, disgusting, deplorable, depraved, vile, sickening, illegal, corrupt, criminal, destructive, anti-American. But Trump says mean things. I've said it multiple times, and I'll keep saying it. If the media actually reported the news, if the media actually investigated, they would be fighting for MSNBC, CNN, and Fox would be fighting for viewers because there would be so much information. They wouldn't have to lie. They wouldn't have to come up with fake headlines. The news is there waiting to be reported, and they ignore it. Those three would be so popular. The ratings would be through the roof. Money would be pouring into those organizations. And Hillary Clinton probably would not have a single fucking supporter. But they continue to be a part of the corruption the media is. Fox, CNN, and MSNBC are all complicit. And they continue. They deserve to be in a RICO Act also. There is emails linking these journalists with taking private dinners with Hillary Clinton's staff. And I bet you we start looking at books, you're going to see payments from super PACs. Like what we're seeing with Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck has taken money from Hillary Clinton and the campaigns, super PACs and all that. Someone just said it, and it's dead on. Shutting down lanes is serious, that we have to have people convicted and going to jail, but mishandling U.S. top secret documents is nothing. Does anybody see something wrong there? I just... This is an election between America and globalism. Nationalism versus globalism. To continue the American way or becoming a global country, government. Again and again, we have seen, the corruption between the mass media, mainstream media, lamestream media, whatever you want to call them. And with this, I'm going to leave you to think. Remember Tuesday's election day. I just... The main question I have is, why is there all these government documents on a non-government worker's laptop? Someone explain that to me. Anybody else, there would be no question. They would be in handcuffs already. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe. And thank you. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.